get rid of those people too. That'd be tight. Alright, I'm live. Okay. Dude, it's always so hard finding out how to fix my video, dude. Alright, I'm just gonna pass the time playing games. Because it's too chill in here. Dude, Alistair. Hey, what's up, man? The Tate moment. I'm just passing time. I feel like when I talk with you, guys, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna pass the time playing games and talk to you guys. Hey, man. If you're upset, I totally get it. And I am sorry. Like I said before, like, I didn't know that, like, because I've never been a part of the UFO community, and I didn't know that, like, the harm that would do. If I did, I wouldn't have done that. So that I am sorry for. But you guys, you know, talked to me about it and, you know, educated me on it. So that is my bad, dude. Yeah, I mean, part of me, I feel like I'll get into that because, like, I don't want to make money off of it or do anything like that, or, like, you know, make it go viral, or, like, you know, get too big of an exposure and people get upset and be like, oh, so you did it for clicks or views. So I'm just been going live to, like, talk to people about it first, and then, you know, like, hear people's side of the story and hear where they're coming from, and, you know, apologize first because I don't want to, like, hide from that and cower from that. So I'm gonna do my best to talk to you guys first, and then when everyone's on the same page with me and, you know, we're ready to expand and figure out how I did it, then maybe I'll do a live, or, you know, maybe I'll do a video. But I feel like it'd be a little too insensitive to jump straight in to be like, oh, look how I did it, and then, you know, without apologizing first. I feel, you know, if that makes sense. But I mean, I could talk about it on live, but, you know, showing you, you know, I'm gonna probably wait on that, just to, you know, hear where everyone's coming from. It feels a little wrong to say thank you, but I do appreciate the props and stuff like that. It actually wasn't gum. It was a dry erase board marker. But yeah, I know. Um, Sometimes when things like get in my head, like, I have to bring them to life, and when I get obsessed with something, I just like, I don't know if you saw the Snorlax plush I made, the giant. It was as big as 2 king size beds. That was stuck in my head for like years, and I was like, I gotta make it, and then I was like, babe, we're gonna make it. So, like, getting obsessed with something like this was not a good idea. But that's whatever. Oh yeah, but yeah, no one really helped me do it. I mean, when it comes to, like, having someone, like, pull it down, yeah, but creating it and coming up with it, no. No, it was actually, it's a garden ball. You guys were right. A lot of you guys know, like, you guys are not dumb, and I wasn't trying to make you guys feel dumb or fool you like that or anything. I was just having fun or whatnot. And now I know it wasn't fun, you know, at the expense of other people's feelings and their own experiences. So that I am sorry for, guys. Who knows, you know? Coming up with the second, you know, the second ball was hard. Like, it was made out of balloon foil. I did. Yeah, I did. The first time ever using a Dremel tool. I bought it for making rocks, making jewelry, or cool things. Evil man, but well done to you, honest. I'm sorry if that hurt you. I really am. Cause like if I would have known how it would affect people, I would not have done that. Cause like I've always been fascinated with people making, short films and doing it and trying to bring something to life like that and say it's real was not a good idea. If I could take it back, I would, but you live and you learn. It's best just spread positive now, or positive vibes, at least from my part. I was invested into that for a whole day I'll never get back. I'm sorry. I mean, but let's be real, like, when it comes to technology in our phones, we will always be wasting our time. And I don't know, because I'm the same way. Like, if I check my phone and, like, see how many hours I put on it a day, like, I've wasted weeks of my life doing nothing. And the fact that I contributed to that it's upsetting. I can't say really anything about the first live because that wasn't me, but the second was me. And that's why it looked so much shittier. So how I made it, I had balloon foil, and I created a black box out of balloon foil and put it inside a balloon. And that kind of created the whole laser through it thing. Well, I just want to be, positive myself. Like, I can't change other people's feelings, and if I contributed to like hurting yours, I'd rather just be positive from here on out. And like, what does worry me though, I see a lot of you guys commenting and saying like you've lost my trust and like, and like I can never be credible or whatever like that. And like, what worries me is this is the internet, guys, and I'm not saying that to like do anything. I just need you guys to realize even your heroes and everyone that you believe, question everything. Don't always believe everything, because there's bad people out there who disguise themselves as good people, and we just believe it. And to be honest, it's scary, And like when people are like, "Oh, they would have trusted me," like I'm just a random guy on the internet. You shouldn't trust me, even if I didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just scary out there. Which is why like I'm from here on out. If I continue this, I'm not gonna push any news. I'm not gonna push any like anything and try to get you guys to believe in anything. Oh my god, or anything like that. I'm just gonna push positive vibes. And that's all I can hope for, NASA showed up. Yeah, I really can't say anything about the cops, because like they weren't here for me. They never came for me. But yeah, people did arrive to my house, and I don't want to talk about that really. A few people. They knew everything, and that's all I can really say. And that's kind of why I don't know. It was weird and stuff like that. Yeah, you explain the cops. I didn't, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't know anything about the cops. just like be positive and make games about or videos about Pokemon or something, like do retired people shit, like maybe I'll go do walks on the beach, find shells. Or maybe I'll work out because, like, honestly, your boy got big. Your boy got big, you know. If you would have seen the picture of me before I was retired compared to now, your boy just got big. You know, good food and big vibes. I'm like Santa, you know. What if I create... No, that's fucked up. That's too insensitive. I won't bring that up. Maybe I will. You know, what if I did, like... Wait, hold on. What if I did, like... videos for kids, you know, like let's say Tooth Fairy videos or like Santa videos and like Easter Bunny videos. You can be like, or Elf on the Shelf AI videos, you know, spread cheer like that and be like, oh, you know, something you can show your kid or something. Be like, oh, see, Santa's on the way. That'd be funny. That'd be really good, I think. That's how you spread love. And that's like something you can't be like, you know, adults will be like, that's definitely fake, but, you know, for the kids. Aliens was not the way to go, you know? Did they grant me any wishes? No. What am I doing in here? No. Santa is real, guys. Santa is real. I've seen him. Balloon and black box? Really? Yeah. No. I believe I gotta go find it, but it's probably in my garage. It's fish line, helium, and a balloon, and I can show you. Maybe when I'm done, you know, apologizing to everyone, I'll recreate the live, but you know, show you how it's done while recreating it, and I'll do it in daytime so you guys can see what it looks like. And some things were just like, you know, science based when it comes to like optical illusions and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm talking about big foil balloons, big ones. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it wasn't just like, I wouldn't say it was just my hand. It was like, you know, maybe a little bit of water was mixed into it and just like a little bit of like oil and stuff like that, and then just keep spinning it. Once you get a good rhythm, you're pretty much good. Hey, thank you for that, props. But you guys aren't dumbasses. I was kind of rude for coming off and saying that, and especially on like on live too. You know, that's my bad, guys. But I'll continue to, you know, apologize. Do my best to, you know, be more considerate of other people's feelings, but because that is my bad. When the Trump discloses, maybe get redacted files and shit. Nothing but like black boxes on pictures of alien footage. I don't know. You know, it's kind of scary too. Like, I get the worst anxiety whenever I look on the news, but then like when I don't look on the news, it's just like everything is fine. There's no such thing as like, you know, Trump or like anything like that, and it's just I feel so much better. Like there's no wars going on. Like who knows what the media is lying to us about? Because like I try to just ignore the news and politics and stuff because it just puts me in the most saddest mood ever. Like you have no idea seeing like pictures and videos of like the bombings. It's just like, and sometimes it feels wrong to just ignore it, but it's just like it's so heartbreaking. This fucking just can't. Like, cause I feel so helpless, you know. Get a job. Oh, fucking. Oh, shit. Get a job at Area 51. They're going to need a lot of professional indicators. Yeah. Maybe. I actually, I know someone who works in Area 51, which I don't know if their specific job title is something they lied about because I asked what they do and they said they're a janitor, which I mean, I guess you would have, and they had some military background, but I mean, I guess, fucking shit. I guess you would have to, I don't know. I guess you would have to have like a janitor with some kind of background because like of course Area 51 needs like janitors and shit because you can't just hire some random person, you know. How do I get out of here? I'm dying. Yeah. And you know, I don't want to come off as like an asshole or anything or mess with anyone's beliefs, but I mean, I grew up Christian or Seventh Day Adventist, I would have to say, but along the way, I have lost faith, and I don't, you know, push my beliefs on people or tell them to stop, you know, believing in Jesus or whatnot. But you know, like, cause I'm always like open minded. I would love to be disproved and like find my way back to God. But like in this time, especially like hearing those files, and or you know reading those files and the things they've done, it's just like if God is our Father, why would He let that happen? But I don't want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? It just it's scary and it's I don't know. Yeah, and like I know everything about the Bible. Like I don't want to say like everything, but like I know a good amount because like I was there every Saturday, and you know VeggieTales were on fleek in the kids' room, and your boy got his learning from that, and of course you know the sermons and whatnot. But yeah, Seventh Day Adventist. Like a part of me will always believe in God, but like I have lost faith, and if anyone ever helps me find it, you know, like much appreciated. But like you know, in this world we live in, it's like I've had my theories, and this is what's kind of scary, because like this is what would make me believe in God if this ever came to light. Like, what would happen if God is real, and He already came, He already did the rapture, and you know the sinners that were left here on earth, we're the product of the product of that, and just years later, you know we're the product of sinners who weren't taken up, and that's why God has left us completely and abandoned us because we are just you know the product of the sinners who never got to go. Like that would make more sense, you know. And this is our hell. This is hell. And that's why God hasn't shown Himself. That's why God doesn't talk to us anymore. That's why God doesn't, you know. I mean, there's signs of miracles everywhere, but you know, God used to talk to us and be there, but like, where did He go? And true, you know. Oh yeah, nice seeing you again, man. I'm doing good though. Yeah, and the religious abuse is pretty hard. Cause like a lot of people take advantage of, you know, people who believe, and you know, it can make you not believe. And you know that's kind of contradicting and eye-opening because that's kind of I feel like I kind of did that, you know, with people's beliefs when it comes to UFOs, and that totally makes sense. And that's why I said you live and you learn, you know. Mm. So we can be saved, we obey because we are saved, and Jesus helps us because yeah. And you know, I'm just always looking for signs. So, but I guess as of right now, I'm open-minded. I don't particularly, you know, want to say I believe, but a part of me will always believe, not fully. Because I used to believe so in depth that I would, and like my grandma hated hearing this, but like I would always pray for Satan because that's what God would have wanted, and I would always, you know, pray for him and oh shit, I'm just getting my ass whooped. I would pray for him and then you know, hope something changes. I don't know, I was a kid. Exactly. Yeah. That's why, like, it's just, I feel like, you know, if you follow, because if you follow what people say, then you're not following God. You got to find God on your own and find out his practices and, you know, like, do what comes natural to you. And, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, you don't need a Bible, you don't need church, you don't need all that to just be a good person. And, like, because, like, sometimes the churches will change you. And, like, the church that I went to was, like, you'd always, you would, I don't know, I felt bad, like, because, like, if you showed up looking like crap, or, like, you know, not in a suit, you just came there casual, you would look down upon. And that was not ever, like, in the house of the Lord, you know, like, come all ye, you know, like, the way you are, not having to be dressed. I mean, it's nice to be dressed nice, but, like, if you can just show up there, that's all that matters. And people change that. Yeah. Yep, the Holy Spirit will help you. You don't need an prophet. Yeah, exactly. You just need to practice it. And that's what I believe in. Just try to be kind. Jesus, I haven't played this game in so long. It's kind of fucking terrifying. I forgot I'm supposed to be looking for shit. But yeah, if that's what I can do now, like instead of like, you know, constantly apologizing, is do my best to spread kindness. So I don't have to like, I don't want you guys to like feel like you have to trust me or believe in what I say. If I can just show you through emotions and action, it's good enough for me. And, you know, apologize here and there. Yeah, I mean, I don't really ask for anything when, cause like I do like silently pray to myself sometimes, but I don't like ask for anything. Like I just like if he's real, I still thank him for like certain people in my life, and like, you know, just pray that they're okay, and thank him for them. You know, that's kind of whenever I chat with God. Because if I end up if I end up being wrong, you know, I'd rather be thankful instead of beg for forgiveness. Because at that point I chose to turn my back, but I'm still thankful for everything. But yeah, but I am glad to hear from you guys. You know, get your point of views and tell me everything. But yeah, you said you're Seventh Day Adventist too. I was thinking about that. It's pretty cool. Because I don't meet much Seventh Day Adventist, and people always ask me like, what does that even mean? It's basically Christian, but you go to church on Saturdays because Sunday's the day of rest. No, well, I mean, I don't know how much it weighs. It weighs like shit. Exactly. I don't know how much it weighs. I think it. I don't know. Here, you want me to get it? I'll show you guys. It's basically a basketball now. Jiblau. Oh shit! Did you hear that? That was me. It wasn't the ball. It's just my fingers scraped against it. It made like a high pitched ring. Let me see if I can make it again. No, but that pierced my ears. Shiblau. I need to get a weigher, but I don't think it'd be able to weigh this. So true, huh? Isn't this freaking huge? It looks almost written on. Yo, how did you get all those cars ready on your stream back then? What do you mean? Holy shit. What do you mean? How'd you get all those cars ready on your stream back then? You talking about the cop cars? This weighs the same as James. You know, I really didn't do a deep dive onto James. Like, I probably should to figure out what his whole situation was. All I know is that apparently he came out as a liar as well. And a hoaxer. And the only thing I actually seen of his was, I think it's James opens today or something. And that's when he drills into it and passes out. And I was like, holy crap. I believed it. I wasn't exactly upset about him for doing that. I was kind of more like on the edge of like, how did he fake that? It felt so real, you know. That's so cool, because like he sounded like he actually, like, if you ever watched like UFC or anything like that, or seen someone get knocked out, it's like they do make those sounds like and it's just like, so I don't know. I do like that's probably one of my guilty pleasures is like boxing and UFC. Like, I love that. Even though like I try to be kind, but like I don't know. I love fighting as a sport. It's heck yeah, you know. God is an alien? Most likely, probably. Who knows? He's out. Alright, you gotta go? Let's see, I gotta go, but just know we love you, man. So does Jesus. That was evil, but really dope prank. Keep up the streams, dude. Maybe play some TCG. Jobson. Okay. Hey, I'll catch you later then. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining. I don't know. If you're still there, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't call it evil, because I've seen evil. Messed up now, yeah, like, but not evil. I don't think I would say that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Evil in the best way. How about devious? How about that? Or mischievous? Play Warzone? You know what? I can play me some Warzone. I freaking love Warzone. But yeah, I'd have to turn off proximity chat. Hilarious, not evil. Cause like, yeah, cause evil. I feel like evil. There's like rude, and then there's evil, and then that was probably right in the middle, because I did waste people's time and upset them and hurt their beliefs. You know. I mean, and see that. I'll just leave that up for interpretation and just do my best to, you know, continue to be kind and nice. Like, I don't want to have people feel like they're tricked, or think that I'm just trying to be nice when I'm just genuinely just trying to, you know, show I'm sorry and, you know, continue with the backlash and get your guys' side of the story. I'm about to die. I mean, I feel like best way to describe me is just naive, honestly. Like, a child at heart, because, like, I really thought this would have been, like, gone way better. Like, be like, oh, super cool trick. No, but really I just hurt people's feelings, and that's, like, not my intention. I just thought it was, good craftsmanship and then whatnot, but I know now that it's not a good idea to do that. But yeah, like I said, you just live and you learn, and then you just try to do better each day, which is wild because like a lot of people don't really believe that I am retired, but it is hard for me to figure out. Like, this is what I'm saying, I'm like naive, because like I don't even know what day it is sometimes. Like, what's the day actually? It's like Saturday. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I did. Hey, and you know what is actually crazy? Should I post? Because like I've been reading a bunch of your comments, and even for me, it helped with just feeling better, and like it really did make me feel good. The sound that I have, or whatever, I have the sound. I could maybe post it on YouTube, because everyone's like saying like they felt bad that day and then they listened to it and it made them feel better, and like it does have certain, and like sound and vibrations, those are real, those do help. So maybe I could like post that, and for the people who actually enjoyed it and it soothed them, like stuff like that, maybe that can be one good thing out of this. Post like a 10-hour long video of that sound so people can just like meditate and heal with it or something. Fuck you, Doug. Fucking shit. That was. But yeah. How'd you make that puppy spin? Some good old grease and a little bit of slapping. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like a good old ball slap. Jesus fucking Christ. Let me see if you guys can see it. I need to figure out how to put the camera down. But here, you can almost see the top. Yeah, that'd probably be better. Hold on. Here, I'll adjust the camera so you guys can see it. 1 second. Hold on. There we go. Get you guys a little higher. Okay. Let's see. Post the audio, listen to it in my Sonos, and it vibrated the entire house. Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. Like, I created it specifically to, it was made with bass and then like sounds that you can't even hear. And when it was put together, it's like I don't know. It can like go through your phone and whatnot, and make your phone even feel weird. So just like that. But like here, I can't really do it right now, but like, and then just keep hitting it until it gets perfectly fast, and then just let it go, and then reverse it. From a small forest fire, it was wild. And see, like, and I feel bad that I did this, because like, I don't want to discredit that at all, because that, I believe 100%. Things like this do happen, but it didn't happen to me. Because that is awesome, hearing that. Let's see. Who's real? I think I'm pretty good judge of character. I also heard it later the day, just sitting on my couch. Other owners did too. That's what I'm saying. Like, people actually really enjoyed that sound, and they said like, someone said that they had restless, like two people actually said that they had restless leg syndrome, and the sound actually helped them. And then when they stopped listening to it, it came back, or it didn't come back, but they didn't feel as good. I mean, even like, I don't want to bring this up because like I feel like I've already wronged Josh Polarity, which I do apologize, but even he said that it almost put him in like a trance like state. So maybe the sound is good, and maybe who knows, maybe I can post it and you guys can just use it to meditate and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm glad I was always going to, because I can't live with, a lie like that would just eat at me every freaking day. Plus the credit I had to give, and just like, it would just feel weird for me. And I knew that like once I did it, everyone would be upset with me because people already warned me like too late into it, that how bad it was gonna go for me, and I was like, I'm just gonna deal with it because like you can't hide from that kind of stuff. It's too cowardly. Plus, getting to hear from you guys is like, it puts me at ease, knowing that I got to talk to the people that I upset and, hear their explanations and tell them sorry. To the feds, I'm not reading that out loud, but we I don't know, or whatever. I love you guys. You guys are funny. We'll be playing Crimson Desert on the 19th. Looks amazing. I most definitely will. Let's see. Larger, less shiny, and good job as he did at the channel. It was way different. Yeah. I even had one in my garden once. Right? It's such a good piece. Who knows? Maybe the garden ornament industry will soon blow up because of this. People will just start buying ornaments to make fun of me. Tell them, hey, I got a dread sphere. That has not happened yet because this has reached 40 million views and it made me a whopping $25. So I could retire again now. But this hasn't happened to me yet. People haven't found me on the streets and be like, you scumbag, and throw a tomato at me or something. I'm glad that hasn't happened. But, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, I'm. You know what's crazy? Like, I'm glad I can make your day. That actually I really appreciate that, and I'm glad I can bring some positive vibes to someone's life. Because that's all I really want. It's just good vibes. Maybe because I am moving for sure. And you know that. Finally. Well, maybe I'll put this in my garden. Or maybe, I'll give it away to one of you guys, I don't need it. Give it to one of you guys and just, or maybe I'll put it up on eBay and bid it off, and if there's some kind of UFO research group out there, maybe we'll donate the money to them and be like, hey, sincerely sorry, Dreadsphere, man. Who knows? Thank you for saying that, though. The Zcatch channel it's kind. I really do too, but who knows? I'm gonna be moving, and then it'll just I feel it could be just way better, because people in California are super mean, and I feel like they've just been desensitized to human, true human contact and feelings, and because everyone just thinks of themselves, and that's that's okay, but I don't know, it's just too desensitized here. People are too mean, and they definitely let their political I don't know where they come from politically motivate their thought process where they will vandalize a Cybertruck or hate you just for how you look, and I can't do that, you know. Like, I try my best to sympathize with those people, but it's just, I feel like being around that will just turn me into like a really angry person, and I don't want to be like that. Because you have no idea. I hate that. That's another reason why I got like a Tesla, is because I hate driving, and I love that they drive for you. And then like because like road rage is real, man, out here. Like when someone like almost cuts you off and like kills you, it's just like you just want to be like ah. And I can't do that because that can ruin a day. Check out Colorado. Oh, I lived in Colorado. Very beautiful place. Because I've moved around. I hopped around multiple places, you know. Because my wife's and I our goal is to like find a place with home base that I can raise kids, and then like they can have lifelong friends, and that's what I want to do, because that's what I had. And she grew up in like Chicago and moved, and she doesn't really have lifelong friends because, you know, in big cities it's hard. People move on, and you know, in little towns they don't. And like that's what I love about little towns. But our plan was to, you know, get a little place, or you know, a little place in a little town, and just, you know, start that life, and then build a schoolie. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is, but the schoolies, like a school bus home on wheels, and then just travel and like live in like each state for a month. That was our plan. But, you know, and Colorado's super beautiful. Like, oh, dude, woods, love it. Except after watching a scary movie that I can't deal with. Maybe I can post some of my old films. I think I have the first film I've ever made with my friends, and it was us going into a cave, and we bought a Ouija board for this, and we were just messing around. And see, we would do like fake of course fake, but like fake horror found films, and then add something funny. And I don't know if you heard this in my other stream, but like we had this character that would constantly pop up in our little short stories, and his name was like Greg or something like that. And it was basically a white mask with a black cloak, and he would pop up in our videos we would make, and he would get drunk with us, and it was just each one of our friends would put on the costume and just get completely messed up. Like it would be like just clips of us taking a shot, and then he just, since he doesn't have a mouth, he just like splashing on him, and we'd just be like getting messed up, but like stuff like that. So I'll post that one, the first one ever, and you can just see how far I've come. I don't know if that's a good idea, but yeah. Are you going back to the place where you got the original real life thing? I think I will, and I'll show how I did it while going live, and go back to the same place. Following from the Nether. Oh, Ireland, my God. Well, welcome. Hey, yeah, you're welcome. Even though it feels weird saying thank you, because I upset a lot of people, but yeah. Thanks anyway, you know? Thanks anyway. I'm like reading your messages right here, but I don't know. They did, and a lot of things were coming up weird apparently when they put it in ChatGPT. Like somebody said that when they did it, that they said this is the Dread Sphere or something like that, and it's from an old 1970s Doctor Who episode, or maybe I'm getting that completely wrong because I don't remember, but along those lines, that's what it said. That it's a prop from a Doctor Who episode. And someone was like, I've watched every episode, and no, the hell it is not. I will definitely be posting a sound then for you guys. So true. Jeez. I know. It really does. Yep, we're just gonna shut the door on you, buddy. What the hell is even that? Because even when I'm listening to it, like it does put me in like a little like a sleepy, like relaxed mood, and then I just feel like, I don't know, I feel really good after hearing it, and like I just want to be around it all day. So, oh my God. Can I just not do anything about that? Dude, why does that look like Greg right there? Here, I'll post it right now. Dude, that literally is what Greg would look like. That one thing I was talking about of the video. Maybe I can... Yep, that's... No, I don't know, that's scary. Can you play the sound on the speaker right now? Let me figure that out. Here, can I see my phone? Yeah. In the way of speaking, yeah, I did. That was kind of terrifying. Like, if you listen to it, it would like, it sounded like it was like, I don't know, like it was having a hard time talking. Let me see. Babe, can you go get the JBL? Actually, I'll get it. Let me see. Okay. And then here, I'll go get it. I'll post it, and then, or I mean, I'll play it, and then I'll post that that found footage thing I used to do, or the original. Ooh. All right. JBL. Alright, check this out. Let's see if this is the right one. Turn it down. Does it sound like that? Did it work? Hold on. Can you hear that? Let me see. I'm gonna download it so it can keep going. Oh yeah, I've totally realized that. Josh, yeah. Because like, if anyone made money off this thing, it was Josh. It was, you know, the people making videos about it, not me. I only made $25. And seeing his video had like 120,000 views. It was like his best video in like months, except for like one. So, and then people really are in it just for money. And then says I am in it for money to get a job, which is, you know, he's entitled to his own opinion. I'm not worried about that. Alright, here we go. Everybody heal. Everybody feel good. Are you guys, is it picking up like pretty good? If I'm gonna be honest, I have tried shrooms and LSD. I know it's like, oh shit, you know, he's crazy, but like, you know, I was young once, you know, so I definitely tried it once and that was it. I couldn't, cause I don't even like smoking weed. Like, I like to have a couple brewskis and hang out, but I have like such a high tolerance, or like, how would you say this? Is it high tolerance or low tolerance? Yeah, I can't tolerate it at all. You know, like, I will literally smoke this much weed and then completely feel like I'm dying. Like, you would have to call the ambulance, and like I was not fun to be around when people were smoking, because I'd be like, please call the cops. Are we smoking the same thing? Like, I can't breathe. Like that kind of, oh my god, my friends still like make fun of me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I can only drink here and there. Otherwise, I'd freak out. Wait, am I bucks in order to make $25, right, dude? 25 buckaroos, and then like a lifetime of hate. Hell yeah. How did the screen at the drive-thru scramble instantly? That was actually not AI. I think I can. If they fixed it, I can't show you, but if they didn't fix it, I can show you how I did it. So basically, that screen, it was just perfectly timed. Like, it would like show the screen of like what you wanted, and then like every 5 seconds it would be like, and then like I just timed it right. I was like, watch this, dude. Boop, and then stuff like that, you know. And then my Tesla, you just restart the car, and this screen goes dark.
I'm not a handler.
She's a handler.
No, I'm not.
She beats me.
No, I don't.
Anyone feeling healed right now?
I'm not Erica Kirk.
She's fucking messed up. Poor guy, honestly. I don't like even hearing about that.
I don't like her.
I don't like it at all. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like stay away from politics and like high media, because like it's just so sad. You're not crazy for doing shit. Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm just, I don't know. I guess like you raised Seventh-day Adventists, and like it was like a crime in my family if you smoked weed. Like you would be shunned hard. So it's like you can't imagine how I've been treated by getting tattoos. But you know. Oh yeah, let's see. I gotta find that video, and I will post right now. Cause people are gonna come for me and hate me in the comments if I don't show that you asked me to do that. So hold on, let me find something. Let me see where it says. Have you ever done that? She said. Thanks for listening. Okay, I'm just gonna post it. Fuck it. Cause I've made multiple YouTubes just because like I'm terrible at that. I'm like, you don't even realize how many like emails I have, because like once I start a whole new thing, I have to be like, all right, everything's gotta be clean, brand new email, brand new YouTube. So I gotta figure it out. Let's see. And I would have a lame name from back in the day, and I found it. Here, you guys will be the first. Let's see. Let me escape this. You guys will be the first to watch it, and then I'll post it. How about that? And just know, if you guys ever find this video on YouTube and all the other videos, yeah, I made the music on there. Another thing is I edited certain things, so no, my friend did not actually pull a real fire alarm, so don't come for me. That's what I'm saying. We used to make funny videos and whatnot. Like when Dina, oh shit. Here we are. Can you guys see that? Let me see. Okay. Let's take a look at young me. Here we go. I was the talk of New York. That's actually pretty cool. And stuff, but we cheesed it. Keep in mind, she was terrified the entire time, even though this was fake. That is my hype song. Whenever I'm scared, Pokemon theme song. I can accomplish anything. I swear to God. She was indeed not the smartest at that point. And this is not a backlash to her. She clipped our car keys to her belt loop, so if we ever needed to run away, she can't just be like, put it in the car and we can get out of there. Because this was in our little town, this place was actually apparently haunted and people were murdered here. And the blood apparently on this rock, and we didn't put it there, it's... I don't know. I found a chicken once here, okay? Like, I'm pretty sure they were doing sacrifices. Turn the volume up. Let's see. Is that better? I'll post this video so you guys can see it. It's such crappy. That was real. We are like 70 feet underground, by the way. Terrible. This blew my eardrums. I don't know. See, sorry. I'll post it so you guys can watch it and hear it. That was just like, what it was. Jesus Christ. That was butt. So as you can see, I came a long way. So yeah, dude. That's a little embarrassing to watch, but it was funny. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for the Pokemon clip. Let's see. Because they might just completely turn off the whole video. Let me see. Greg Vlog. Woo. Yeah, that was. So what do you guys think, huh? The first ever found footage I've ever made. Like 10 years ago. Kind of embarrassing, huh? Single player. Because I'm all alone. Yeah, actually I'm gonna actually buy a game capture card or whatnot, and then I'm going to stream Pokemon and then Warzone, because I hate playing Warzone with computer players, because like I land and then I'm back in the lobby. And if they Jesus Christ, dude, they need to fix the whole you can't choose between, Rebirth Island and that Havens place, because I wait the time remaining until Rebirth is back. I can't stand that other place. That's just me. Thank you for thinking it was funny. Yeah, no, he would have that voice. That would be his voice, and we'd do like voiceovers, and we'd go to the bar, and literally in our little town, like we would be completely dressed as him, and then just completely get wasted, and the bar hated us, but they loved us because we grew up with him. So perks of a little town. That'd be like a nice little video too, like a perfect little thing, like perks of a perfect town. Talk about little town. Okay, playing with darkness will invite and give access to your life. Jesus Christ is coming, whether you believe or not. Well, hey, this is what I truly believe. I believe no matter what you do, as long as you don't truly believe in the darkness, it has no power over you. Whether you are around it or not. Shit! Fucking A, dude. Oh my god. Hold on, I got like fucking goosebumps from that. So basically, if you give into the darkness, and even if you're playing with a Ouija board, like, you can play with, I feel like if you play with a Ouija board, as long as you, one, don't give any true power to it, know that it has no power over you, know that, like, it doesn't mean anything to you, it has no power, Darkness only has power if you truly give it power. And that's, my friends are my power. And that's just the power of the Keyblade, my boy. Another amazing game if you ever played Kingdom Hearts. Love that game, dude. Love it. Okay, how is your life with all this? It sucks. I wanted people to come to your... Yeah, it does suck. But it's whatever, At least I get to move. I pray you take time to think about after this life could end today. Even just saying. That's a little dark, not gonna lie. But thank you for the kind words before that. But you are right. It could end at any moment, and I believe as long as you're kind and you try to be kind to others, and you're not a bad person, you'll be just fine. But no matter happens, whether I die or not. You completed the handshake. Jesus, that was a scary line, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what does that even mean? Like, when I said that was terrifying. Kindness and, don't give in to the BS. If other people are doing it, especially when it comes to hating someone, like, if someone messes up and everyone hates them, don't give in to the trend. Be the different guy. So that's what I'm gonna just do. I'm not gonna sell you guys on anything. I'm not gonna tell you guys to do anything. I'm just gonna spread the kindness, be chill, and then everything will work out, because that's what I truly believe. That's all that matters. Yeah, I gotta play some Warzone. I'm over here just freaking thrifting. But I hope you guys are having a good day, to be honest. I know it's only what? Dang, it's 2. I hope you guys are having a good day. Why? If it was a hoax. It's just because I didn't do that. That was literally just AI doing that, and that just still scared me. Because isn't it just weird? Like it just even when other people like typed it in the picture and they asked what it was in ChatGPT and they said that weird stuff. Like it just seemed all weird, and I didn't do that. That's why AI is, I don't know, it's questionable. It could be used for good, but it has a lot of bad sides. Here, you want a pet? Where are you? What's this do? And I appreciate that, cat channel. Am I just stuck with this thing now? Oh my god. No, you need to fuck off. You need to fuck off. He blew up my shit. No, he didn't. Things will work out, man. Faith is all that you need. True that. Oh my god. Yeah. I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm totally trash. Ooh. Maybe when I move back to my hometown, I'll do like a scary walk through of that cave, because that cave is deep and it's just, I don't know. Apparently somebody, because like it goes deep, and then it has these little catacomb areas that like you have to like climb up this pole to get to, and then it's just little cubbies. It's just like terrifying. Apparently somebody went deep in there and they died. And the scary thing is, okay, so where we were, there's this giant rock, and like it showed in the video, it has just like these cut marks, and there's like, it's probably fake blood, but there was like, that was real there when we showed up there, and it was scary, because it's like, we hear all these like scary tales from there. And then to the right of it, if you keep moving forward, there's this like, I don't know, little pond in there, and if you look like under the water, it goes deep, and then it goes like under, and you can go on the other side, and we never went in there. So who knows what happens in this little cave, because that town is run by like Masons, and who knows, very terrifying. None of us want to even think about. Hey, thank you for that. Kindness is worrying about a person's soul. That's good, too, It's always good just to be chill and nice. Very straightforward. That's why, like when it came to the whole UFO thing, my intention was not to do what everybody said that was going to happen. And, like when because I would tell people, like when they messaged me about it, I would tell them, no, it's not real. Some of it's AI, and I'm doing it for this and that. And some of them were chill about it, and other people were like, damn. They told me like, hey, this is gonna end badly. Like if you don't, like it's gonna end badly. So you might not want to like tell people it's a hoax. And they explained why it'd be bad, and then like that really kind of also set me on the path of like I still have to tell people. I'm not gonna let them believe it and then like whatnot. So yeah. Dude, I don't like how dark this game is. Like Lovelock Cave. Ooh, what's that? Have you any opinion on the rooms that are being? I'm actually not aware of any of those. I've I don't want to say I follow the UAP kind of stuff. You know, I usually just like get bits and pieces of information when it comes to me, but I haven't like took a deep dive with that. But why? Is there something supposed to happen? You said like some sort of disclosure next year? And there are aliens living in the caves and oceans. And I totally believe that, especially the oceans. For sure. Probably another content creator. Alright, there's probably another content creator before you went there. Right? I messed up their whole shebang doing mine. But yeah, I totally believe there's like, you know, things in the ocean that are not from here. Or maybe they are, they were always from here. You want to hear another theory that I have that actually, you know, is pretty crazy? So, let's see. I may have this completely wrong and sound like a freaking imbecile, but... So, let's see. Dinosaurs came first, and then the Ice Age, right? Of course. So, what if, you know, the planet, of course, was 75%, you know, water. What if multiple comets came, or meteors came down, and one hit the ocean so hard that a lot of the water, you know, went up into the sky, or something like that would happen, you know, and a lot of the water on Earth would be like, you know, gone or whatnot. And then if God is real or whatever, and you know they said it would flood the Earth, what if basically that water was up in space, frozen, you know, like kind of like an outer layer around Earth, and soon it was like slowly melting, because like that would kind of explain, you know, the flood and Noah. Like that's just a theory, because I was always trying to figure out like how would that be possible, and that would probably be possible. It just melted and then continued to rain for, you know, 40 days and whatnot. That would explain. And he was warned. Who knows? Who knows? Because then there's, you got the Ice Age and whatever, and like a blanket over the Earth you made of water would, you know, like definitely keep out heat and whatnot. But, you know, that's just a random theory I had. This is what I was thinking one night. And then our, you know, our waters came back. Filled up. But that's just the random ramblings of a crazy man. Late at night. Playing Pokemon. Well, maybe I'll go live again, because I am itching to get out. I need some sun. I need to get out. So maybe I'll go live in a little bit. I'm actually planning on going butterfly catching, which sounds lame, but I like, you know, my family, we like bugs, and specifically caterpillars and butterflies and some spiders. So I'm going to get off. So I'll catch you guys later. I will post that video for you guys to see it more clear, and I'll upload the sound. Ink and fallen ankles, giant streams like that. Oh yeah, for sure. There's many creatures, you know, in the Bible. So like, who knows? Who really knows? But yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'll let you guys go. Maybe when I'm at the place catching monarchs, or you know, see what's out there, I'm gonna be in there. So I'll let you guys go. Later, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing me ramble and whatnot, giving me a chance to, you know, apologize or whatnot, and so forth. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later.